Welcome to the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. I'm Spenser, and I'm one of your hosts on this podcast that we do. And today, I'm joined by the other two members of the League of Melanated Gentlemen to give you a mid-season review.
Yes, sir. This is Brandon.
And of course, I am Jordan.
Now, before we get to reviewing anything, we must first tell you about the places where you can find us and contact us and tell us what you think and how you feel. And that is information that Jordan has for you right now.
IG, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. We are all at the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. LNG podcast, as we can find us at. Come and hang out with us. If this is your first episode, welcome. If this is your 200th episode, welcome back. But yeah, we just like to see who you are and come talk with us. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, all the good stuff to the podcast. We like reviews. We like listening to reviews and critics, and we listen to that, and we look forward to see what you have to say about the podcast. So yeah, be sure and do that. Schedule updates, of course, on Mondays is when the main episode drops. On Tuesdays, bi-weekly, we have LMG Presents Marvel Multiverse RPG. That is the Marvel role-playing game that we play here on the channel. So if you're into some dice rolling and some role play, be sure and check it out. Brandon has an archive out of wrestling. So if you want to check that out, that's Wrestling with Willis, Worldwide Wrestling with Worldwide Willis. A lot of W's. A lot of W's.
A lot of W's. A lot of W's over here.
So be sure and check that out. I am aware that WrestleMania is coming up real soon. Technically this week, about time the episode drops. If I'm correct. Yeah, look at that. See? Didn't know I knew that.
I think it's right. Yeah.
Yeah, be sure and check that out if you are into wrestling. Last but not least, we have DC Animation with Spenser and Friends. That is Spenser review podcast, where he is talking about the entirety of the DC anime universe. He's done all the movies. He put a checkbox on that. Now he is on to TV shows, and he is doing Young Justice, and he is currently in season 2 of that. So if you're a big fan of Young Justice, the DC animated cartoon, be sure and check out season 1 of that, and go listen to the podcast, and then start on season 2 and catch up with him and his friend Cassie.
And if you're not a fan, then watch it and you will be.
Correct. I endorse the show. I endorse the show.
Yeah. That is from a DC hater.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. So that's everything we got.
Okay. So we're in a heavy review season, gentlemen. A lot of stuff to review. We're doing mid-season reviews because these seasons be long. There's a lot of stuff in them, and we want to meet you at the halfway point and then meet you at the end. So today we will be reviewing Daredevil Born Again, Season 2. Now, I shouldn't need to do this, but I will go ahead and issue a spoiler warning for the first 4 episodes as well as everything else in the MCU and the world. We like a tangent. We should be going off sometimes. So,
yeah. Can I give a little tangent?
Oh, we love a tangent.
Yeah. I realized I'm a Republican when it comes to spoilers. What I mean by that is, I believe if you're grown, right? You're a grown human being. If you click on a review podcast and get something spoiled, that's on you, brother. That's free will. You know what I mean? That's the world working as it may, right? You made a decision. You got to live with them consequences. That's why I believe I'm a Republican when it comes to spoilers. To me, I don't believe there should be spoilers, at least on stuff like this, where I voluntarily click on something. Now, if somebody just knows I love a show, I ain't seen it, and they tell me information, that I didn't ask for, cool. But if I click on a review podcast, and then be like, you told me information about the show I just clicked on, okay, that's a problem. So yeah, that's my rant.
So okay, but what about when it's a spoiler for everything else that's connected? Like, what if we spoil?
I don't even give you no grace Netflix for that. You clicked on for us to talk about the show. If for us to do our job effectively, we have to take in the entire show. We can't. Yeah, we talk about Daredevil, but we have to understand what it affects and all the other stuff. Kingpin's a big character. He's going to affect a bunch of other stuff. But so then to come in here and be like, you told me something about Spider-Man? It's like, whoa, Like, it's Marvel Universe, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Should we officially do away with spoilers on spoiler episodes?
So I will not.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
he's a Democrat. I'm
Yeah, like,
independent.
well, I mean, yeah, I'm in charge of the synopsis, so I
Mm.
like to issue a spoiler warning just because just for safety, because somebody might just have it on autoplay, and
Hey, man.
perhaps they haven't watched it yet, and so the spoiler warning is to let them know, hey, pause it right now, and then you can come back. That's all
Yeah,
that
you
is.
Even though the title's
see,
called.
It's a
yeah,
gentle reminder. And Brandon, I'm not saying that you're wrong by any means.
Mm.
Grown ass people should be
that's
making
my
grown
thing.
ass decisions.
Exactly. That's the only thing. That's all I'm saying.
But I will probably continue to issue the spoiler warning just so if anybody does accidentally find their way, they can be like, "Oh, let me go ahead and pause that."
Okay.
And
Mm. You made a fair argument. Look at that. The Republicans ain't nothing to say back, huh?
I
Good
mean,
argument.
I don't agree, but that's Spencer's opinion. I will say a friend of the podcast, Van Lathan, also feels the same way I do. You know, he
Hmm.
hates
it's
doing
like again,
spoiler.
I'm not mad about it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing. I know that if I click on something specific, then like based on the title, I'm prepared for them to spoil anything that is out and available.
Mm-hmm.
That includes the thing I'm watching as well as stuff connected to it, stuff adjacent to it, stuff that is like Marvel Comics itself. Because
Right.
there's, a possibility that we go into, oh, well, in the comic book, this is what happens. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I agree that one should be prepared for spoilers whenever they click on something that is, especially a review. If you are just kind of talking about whatever, then maybe
Yeah.
issue a spoiler warning. But like
Right.
if you are very specifically reviewing a thing, it shouldn't be necessary, or rather, it's not necessary.
Wait, Spencer, do you give a spoiler alert for every episode of DC animation?
No,
Mm,
Mm.
okay.
no, I do
I
not.
just okay. That's a
Got
great
him, huh?
question, Jordan. That's a great
Got him, huh?
question.
That's
It's
why
a
I'm
great
independent,
question.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to listen to the little guy.
All right,
Always the big two.
the little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So why you don't spoil it? Why you don't get spoiler alert?
that's a good question. It's just
Mm, it's not
I don't write it in
necessary.
the script. No, it's not. I'm not saying it
Mm.
is. I again, Brandon, we don't disagree.
Yeah.
Hit him with a haymaker, huh? He was like, humana, humana, humana.
But I think that the reason I don't is because since it is 100% a review podcast where we do other things on this
Mm-hmm.
podcast, the spoiler warning is implied because it's a review podcast. And it's implied here too. I'm not saying that it's not.
Mm.
But I will continue to issue a spoiler warning because of what might be spoiled. We might be, spoiling other stuff. If
Okay.
the people want me to stop doing that, they can tell
Put it
me.
up to a vote.
They can tell me where, or they know where to tell me that they're not interested in hearing a spoiler warning. But we might play around with not issuing one, and see what happens. But I've
Okay.
already issued
Look at that.
one.
See, this is
Yeah.
this is America. See, we gonna have a democracy about it. See what happens.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, the people are free to let me know
Let the
if they think it's a
let the
waste of
people
time.
vote.
Yeah.
Then whatever. But I feel like most people don't care. Like I feel like most people are independent.
That's
I'd be
right. Be
True.
surprised
independent.
if anybody has hard opinions about it because I don't even have hard opinions about it.
Agreed.
So,
Yeah.
but
Huh.
okay. So,
You love a tangent.
yeah. Daredevil, Born Again, Season 2, Episode 1, The Northern Star. As is always the case, I'll read a synopsis in my own words and then we're just going to talk about it. So, we open on the water. Daredevil hops aboard the Northern Star, a boat with a bunch of weapons on it. Once they see that Daredevil is there, the captain sinks the boat. Matt meets back up with Karen to update her, and Fisk tells his people to beef up the hunt for Daredevil and Karen. Fisk is visited by the Attorney General, who is talking about oversight with Fisk's initiative, but after a visit from Mr. Charles and a phone call from Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, suddenly oversight won't be a problem. Heather is doing a psych eval on Jack Duquesne, and she's still dealing with some trauma from her encounter with Muse. The anti-vigilante task force hunts down the captain of the Northern Star, and he is briefly interrogated and then executed. Fisk and Vanessa meet Mr. Charles about logistics, and Karen meets with BB. After a phone call with the DA, Dr. Glenn is convinced to fudge some of Duquesne's psych eval to, make him look a little more guilty. Christoffy pops up and the anti-vigilante task force, pull up on Cherry. Daredevil saves him, but Cherry starts to have a heart attack, which distracts Daredevil long enough for him to be subdued. They unmask him, but then they all get taken out by Bullseye.
Outstanding.
And that's the episode.
Sure.
So, we all on this podcast agree that season 1 of Daredevil Born Again was excellent.
Agreed.
Yeah, we did. I was actually going to go grab it. Go ahead, Brian.
So I was going to say, I've realized that I say critics. There are critics out there who don't think it was that good. We know this podcast does not disagree, but that was the first criticism I had heard about a Daredevil product. I was like, whoa. I didn't know this was going on. I didn't know this was the rhetoric going around, but yeah.
I don't know of anything that is unanimously loved. And so it doesn't surprise me that there are people who don't think that anything is all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be surprised if there's a lot of people who don't. And anytime I hear that somebody doesn't like something really good, I want to know what they do like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that will help me determine how I feel about that opinion and whether or not I give any weight to what they think. Because opinions are opinions are opinions.
Yeah. And it was a few people that I respect their opinions on most things, but this one I was like, I think you're reaching. But very
I
good.
want to look at season 1. We definitely gave it. We all gave it a 9 for season 1.
Yeah, very good. I think. It held up to the standard we all had for the Netflix version of Daredevil. So yeah,
which was very important. And
absolutely.
That leads me to the question: what were the expectations going into episode 1?
Oh, high. I was like, you gotta continue that high that you was riding on in season 1. Keep up the same quality and go beyond.
I didn't think that this episode 1 was going to hit like season 1 episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been shocked if this episode hit like that one, just because of all the stuff that happened in the first episode of Born Again. So I lowered my expectations for episode 1, but maintained them for the show. Is kind of where I landed.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's a good point. I had high expectations. I think, like you said, it's a good point to lower expectations just because you're starting a new show. They know they have to prove, hey, we're aware of the Netflix version. We're gonna take care of the thing you all love. So yeah, they did that with the first episode of the first season. But I feel like this one, they've already started the story, so now they kind of gotta stay more focused to the story rather than trying to wow us a bunch. So I was impressed with what they did.
Okay. Yeah. So, we start with the Northern Star. Name of the episode, and it's a boat. Daredevil pops up on the boat. What do we think of the black suit?
Dope.
Dope. Yeah.
It's so good.
I think it's better than the red
way
one.
Much
I think
better.
it's better than yellow one. I think this
way
is Daredevil's
much
best
better.
suit.
Yeah.
Black one is fire.
When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, sleek!"
Yeah.
Yes. With the DD. Yeah.
With the red, Like
Yeah,
for his eyes, I was like, "Ooh, wee,
yeah.
that's
Costume
nice."
department was cooking.
Yeah, they was cooking.
So I
They
was
was
like, yeah,
cooking.
this is as far as like the eye test, we're good.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Yeah, this
absolutely.
again, I agree, best suit we've seen.
Yeah, yeah,
And
100%.
so he gets on the boat and he's fucking people up. That's what
Mm-hmm.
he does.
Yeah,
And I forgot how great it is to watch him fight. Like when he be just grunting and yelling.
yeah,
And
I was that Wednesday. I told Brandon we were
yeah,
walking. I was like, bro, Daredevil, you catch him in a square room, that
yeah,
scene gonna be great. You're done.
yeah.
Like,
you're
I
done.
don't
It
care how
cooked.
many people it is. Yeah, it's like if you in that room,
You're
go ahead,
Yeah,
give
done.
it up.
Because like
it
he can
cooked.
reach you wherever. Like he got
Yeah,
range. So
hmm
you're done.
Yeah, one thing we
especially
talked about a lot in season one, or the difference between the Disney Daredevil and the Netflix Daredevil. In this, he uses his billy clubs a lot as
Yeah.
an
yes.
extension and all that.
Hmm.
Like they didn't really do that a lot in the Netflix one. This one, he gets busy with them.
And I think
Yeah,
that was because he was like we're talking about he was wearing a do
It's
rag
the brand new,
and a
yeah.
sweater.
yeah,
So
It's a
yeah.
sweater.
I do regular sweater. I agree. I think it definitely felt. I feel like Disney leaned more into the comic book fighting style, whereas Netflix leaned into like straight hand to hand. As realistic as possible. Where Disney was like, no, it's like in the comic books, this is what he does.
yeah, we're gonna get
Like,
what
Yeah.
he
yeah,
has.
yeah, exactly. Like, and so it was cool to see him using that again. It kind of reminded me. This first fight kind of reminded me of that.
Yes. And I'm glad that they are heavily incorporated.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, we see him start to cook with those, and
Hmm.
then the captain and the first mate are like, "Oh shit, this isn't great." So
Hmm.
they do what they were told to do under these circumstances. They
Hmm.
sink the ship. And so luckily, Matt has the forethought to take somebody's watch and put it in one of the boxes. We don't know why yet. We're going to see
Yeah,
later.
I trusted him. I was like, this means something.
Oh,
I was like, I'm
yeah.
gonna trust him.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I know. Like, because at first I was like, is that an Apple Watch? Does it have a
Right.
tracker in
Yeah.
it? But I
Hmm.
was like, they going to tell me later.
Yep.
I'm not going
Yep.
to worry about that
You
right now.
ain't, you ain't gotta worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that happens. And then Matt meets back up with Karen, and they are all over each other. They
Yes.
are,
Together.
and good for them. But I don't know about y'all. Heather was looking right,
Oh yeah.
but Daredevil's roster is like we already
Yeah. My
know.
man. My
We
man.
understand. Like
He
he
don't
is.
I,
miss.
Yeah, he's not
we,
blind.
we've talked about this before. Is Daredevil, does he have the best roster?
Absolutely.
I think as far as live action,
Yeah, as far as
probably.
live action, yes.
I
I don't.
think
I think
probably.
I'm trying to think who might. I feel like Cap got a couple, but not. He not in there yet.
I think live action.
Uh.
I think it is.
I think it might be. I think it might be Daredevil because, like, you first of all, we got Star Lord, we got
Star Lord got a
uh
bunch of aliens, and we
Mhm.
yeah,
got including
and
Gamora.
then yeah, Brandon. Who'd you say again?
Cap.
Yeah,
Cap's the only
Cap.
one. The
Yeah,
only
he had
comp I think
he had
because he had a
Peggy
couple.
and the
Yeah.
niece
Hmm. And
Sharon.
then Black Widow for a
I
little
think
bit.
Black Widow too. I think
Yeah.
Black Widow too.
Yeah. So I think
Maybe
he can
one two
hang.
Tom thing.
He can hang, but I feel like Daredevil just
I think.
there's a
Oh,
confirmed.
Luke Cage had a Luke
Oh
Cage.
yeah,
I know he
Luke
had
Cage had a
Misty,
couple. Yeah,
and Misty.
yeah, Misty had
Oh,
Jessica.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah. Misty Jessica. Okay, yeah.
had a couple.
Is that it? Tony Stark. Do we ever seen? No, we never seen Tony's
Yeah,
girls.
he
We
has
Not
just saw
really.
Pepper.
Pepper,
Yeah,
and
he's
he had a random one I thought in the
I feel like he got stories because he always
yeah.
talks about the Playboy thing, but he never really talks about that side of it.
yeah.
Okay,
I
Yeah.
think in live action, uh,
Matt Murdock got it.
it's clear.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
also, I don't think that we've seen a lot of live action just have rosters the same way we've seen Matt have a roster.
Yeah, they lean into how flirty he is and all that.
Yeah,
bro, he ain't even got to do nothing really. Like like he just
Yeah,
be there and they just
Yeah.
flock to him, and then he do his thing.
And Daredevil is like, as far as the canon goes, like he's a handsome dude,
Yeah.
and Charlie Cox is a good-looking guy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like again, he's blind, but he knows how to find him.
He know how to
Yeah.
pick him up.
Yeah, because
their facial structure. You like,
yeah,
oh, yeah,
he
that's
can
a
hear their
baddie
face.
right there. Yeah, that's a baddie right there.
Yeah, like hasn't missed.
No, but
yeah,
Heather,
again, every time I see Heather, I'm like, yeah, that's
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like every episode should get finer. But yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Whether her hair's up, hair's down, doesn't
Like,
matter.
they was trying to make me think she's scary and stuff in this season. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
She had trauma and she was, just looking off in the distance with it.
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
It didn't matter to me.
He's like, I can cure her.
Yeah.
Kira's crazy. But anyway, they're all over each other,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of saw it coming. And I don't know if this is when it happens, but somehow, oh, well, no, we'll talk about it. Yeah, it happens later. Frank does come up, but
Yes.
yeah, we'll talk about that later. So, Matt is updating Karen on what the situation is, and Fisk is like, hey, we need to find them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of this shit. They're getting on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
We need to deal with it. And so now there's just a boat in the river for no reason. And for those of you who don't remember, this was all about a free port. So it is my understanding that a free port basically allows you to bring in goods with very little oversight as far as taxes and restrictions and regulations go. You can just kind of do whatever you want. And it's kind of, beneficial to the people with money because they don't have to worry about regulations and taxes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of Fisk's ways of, bringing in stuff he needs without checks and balances.
Getting in trouble.
Yeah. And so the Attorney General comes by, and we see that there's a guy who gets a phone call. We see we don't know it's Mr. Charles yet, but we see that he gets a phone call. What do y'all know him from? Like that actor? To me, he's Shaggy.
Yeah. That's probably the most notable one.
Shaggy, and then most recently, he's on a show that my wife watches. He was like the dad.
Is he in Parasite? How much of him? He's
No,
in Parasite. No,
I think the son is like autistic or something.
He's in God, what's that TV show? It's a black man as a lead. I just can't remember what it is. But
Paradise?
It's not Paradise. I thought it was Paradise. It's another one. I don't know what the show's called.
He's in Cross.
Cross, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw him do an interview with the other guy. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I know him as Shaggy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
Good Girls. Yeah, is the show.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in Good. I haven't watched Good Girls. It's one of those shows I'm like, I'm gonna watch it at some point.
Yeah, my wife, we haven't known. But yes, well known as Shaggy.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people know him from something else he was in, but to me, he's Shaggy.
Yeah.
But he gets a phone call and he's like, yeah, I'll take care of it. And we see that the Attorney General comes in, and the Attorney General is basically like, so you didn't want to talk to us or the governor, you didn't want to tell nobody about the shit you was doing. So we're gonna have to. There's gonna have to be some oversight if if you're trying to make moves. And then Mr. Charles walks in, and I don't know if he walked in or if he was already there.
No, I think he basically like walked in and did that whole.
Yeah, he walked in. Yeah.
Had the sandwich and all that.
Yeah, and then phone rings. Is like, you might want to answer that.
Yeah,
and then we just hear him say, "Yes, Miss DeFontaine."
That's a crazy pull because I'm like, okay, last time we seen her, we know she built her team. She built her Avengers team, her Thunderbolts Avengers team. But then I'm like, why would she need to be involved at this level? So like, I'm curious.
I think because it's Kingpin.
But was she based in New York?
I think so. That's usually where stuff happens.
She might be DC because she is government.
Well, that's what I was like. Because why why would she need to be on this level of government if it's not in the state that would affect her or something that wouldn't affect her team? But
I mean,
this is only halfway through the season. So,
yeah, and I mean, if she's at DC, it's at the federal level, right? So everything matters to her. And it seems as if pushing those guns through somehow benefits like world stuff, right? You know how these politicians are. Like if I can skate through a rule to get it overseas, so we can flip that money over there to sell it to such and such.
mhm.
You know what I mean? So that's what my thought was. Like,
I figured he could have just cut her a check or something. Like, I
But
mean,
like
she's
she's with
clearly
the government,
corrupt.
so well, I'm like, she has no need for the money. She is already at the height. She has the power. So I'm just like, why is
I think
she in
it's
business with Kingpin?
I from my observation, it's a Kingpin isn't necessarily Kingpin's getting the money to by letting these weapons go through his port, right? That's the how
Hmm.
he's getting money, and then she's getting money from letting those weapons get through that port to get to the person she's going to sell it to, flip that money. You know what I mean? That's what I got from it, but I don't know.
That makes sense. That
Yeah,
that Kingpin is not the only person benefiting from a free port,
right. Yeah, exactly.
and having the free port was important
But
to everybody nefarious.
Right.
yeah, I guess. But it's like, to me, she has an Avengers team. So at that point, what do you need the weapons for?
Well, I don't think she needs them. I think she's selling the weapons to someone,
You think she's moving
and
it?
yeah,
And
she's
just because,
moving it.
I,
Yeah.
I mean, she has an Avengers team, but she also needs foot soldiers and
Yeah, like, and she's still working for the United States. Like, it's not like she's all powerful, looking to be king. Like, she's making sure the United States is taken care of. So
what
therefore, she needs to.
what is she? Is she the head of Shield now?
I
I
don't think so.
think that's
Because
correct. She has a
Nick Fury's
position.
gone and Maria's dead.
But Shield was disbanded after they're not rebuilding Shield.
Okay, because and yeah, like maybe she's just over whatever is going to replace Shield, or she's over whatever the current
She
iteration
isn't
is.
she Sword? Oh
Perhaps.
no. That was Nick Fury and them, right? That was Nick Fury because he's out in space.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
look.
I don't know. Yeah,
She
I don't
has a
know.
position that's powerful in the government.
But that's my
Yeah.
thing. Is like, I don't know. I don't know why she would need these
Director of the
weapons
CIA.
Oh,
if
okay.
she's like, I don't think getting weapons will be an issue for her. But I don't know. There could be more out there.
Well, and it might be
From
a situation where this is the not issue for her of way of getting weapons.
yeah,
Like
Yeah,
this
like
just
maybe.
might streamline it, make it easier. Because of course, like she could get them other ways probably, but maybe this is the way she gets them. Because we know the CIA is notorious for doing stuff off the books, under the table, unsanctioned.
Which was the Thunderbolts team.
Yeah.
right.
So
And
she need to be able to get them shit because she needs some shit that like we don't need to sign papers for this. It needs to just
yeah,
show up.
and I need to rewatch 4, but I feel like the guy explained it as in we have the weapons, we own the weapons, we're sending it out. We're sending it
Yeah.
out to then make money off of those weapons. Like, we don't need the weapons. We're the United States. We don't necessarily need them. We're sending them to someone else. We need a free port to do that through.
I think you're right. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
Mr. Charles is CIA, right?
yeah, yeah. He
And
works for her. Yeah,
he made it real clear like there's a business happening here.
exactly. You're messing up a transaction.
Yeah.
That stuff is sitting there, and he needs to be in
It needs
such
to
and
be
such
moving.
hands. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
can make money off of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm super curious about that, and I'm just wondering, will we see more of that connection at some point? Like, is that name going to come back up, or is that just
I
like
hope so.
a one
I
time throwaway thing type thing?
I think they just snuck it in there, and Mr. Charles is to represent the CIA in this show.
Well, I mean,
I
because
doubt
like,
we actually see her.
no, I don't think I don't. I think we could see her. It's more
I'd be
like a
surprised if we
handshake
didn't.
thing. More like a handshake thing, like great doing business with
That's
you.
what I.
But then we see, was that episode? I know we're getting ahead. In episode 3 or 4, doesn't Mr. Charles basically get punked, right?
We're gonna
That
talk
was
about it.
4. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, and we will talk
Okay.
about it.
Hmm.
Okay.
So anyway, The attorney general's like, cool, you're good. And the oversight, not a problem. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we see that Dr. Glenn is doing a psych eval for Duquesne. And he's like, this is bullshit.
Right.
And she's like, no, it's not. Answer the questions. Like, I can have these guards do whatever. So
Yeah.
let's get this thing going. And we see that she's taken back to she's seeing Muse in visions.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she
so
freaking out.
yeah, like she is still traumatized, which is perfectly understandable. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely get why she would still be in that situation. And so, yeah, she's asking Duquesne these questions, and the anti-vigilante task force has been, because one of the questions Kingpin has is, who knows what's on the Northern Star?
Right.
Captain, first mate, nobody else. Good, find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they hunt down the captain, and he gets snatched up. They are interrogating him, torturing him a little bit. Number two comes in, and he's like, why you doing that?
Yeah.
Why you doing that? And number two says to him, I am so sorry. This ain't even
Yeah.
got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Like, this the game. This is how it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, puts a
Yeah.
hot one in him.
Sorry. I was like, damn.
Now, number two, he is the one I'm like most curious in.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just like, he is so mysterious right now.
Mm-hmm.
His undying loyalty to Kingpin is like something just doesn't feel quite right with him.
I
Yeah.
love a mysterious, super skilled number two. Like I love his type of character. Like somebody
Yeah.
you don't know much about. What are their motivations? Why are they here? But they get shit done.
Yeah, like we
And
literally do not know his motivations.
because I liked his number
Facts.
two from the Netflix series.
I
And
did too.
Yeah.
that
He was
dude
great
died,
too.
but yeah, like I
Yeah.
love a good number two.
Facts. And especially
And like, go
a
ahead.
number two
And,
that
and this one's
don't.
British.
Yeah, and especially a number two that don't look like he would get active in that way, but does get active.
Gets his
You know
hands
what I mean?
dirty.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we
And
in episode 4 is when we saw that he
that's what I was about to say. Like in
Yeah.
episode 4 is like he pulled up and Kingpin was like, "Nah, you can go," and he's just like, "No, man, like I don't want to leave you. Like I can't
Yeah,
leave
because
you."
he knows.
He's like,
Yeah.
"It's okay, man." Like it's so I'm just like that undying loyalty between number two and our boy. What's our boy
Daniel.
name? Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm like, Daniel ain't gonna. I don't, bro. He either about to be Kingpin Jr. or he about to be dead. There's no in between for
Oh
him.
yeah.
I don't know
100%.
what's gonna happen with him, but it's either
Yeah.
Kingpin Jr. or he dead.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
So
And I got a feeling number two is gonna do it to him.
if it's gonna happen, that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And because
yeah.
number 2 is gonna be like, and I like you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
I
he's been-
really
he's
started
been-
to like you.
He's been
If he-
warning them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And if he does something stupid, number two has no problem.
Because
putting down
he's
any
already done a
liabilities.
couple of stupid things.
Yeah. I know.
And that's
But
the
Kingpin-
thing.
Kingpin rewards loyalty. That is
He
very
does.
clear.
Yeah.
And because who I'm curious about is the chief of staff, that black lady,
The black woman.
Yeah.
because she's not loyal to him. She's loyal
Yeah.
to the office.
Right.
And so I'm nervous every time she's around because
Facts.
I'm like, she gon' catch one, and I don't. Oh.
We'll talk about it, but there was a little confrontation I was worried about. But yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. So, Fisk and Vanessa meet up with Mr. Charles, and Mr. Charles is basically like, I just do logistics.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna be able to do this or not?
Yeah.
And Kingpin is like, yes, we'll be fine. One thing I noticed, Vanessa was the one at the head of the table during that conversation. And I wondered
Mhm.
if that was on purpose to symbolize anything specific.
Well, I mean, remember she was the one who was like taking over everything, and he had to come back. So I feel like she still holds a lot of power, and I feel like she still wants a lot of power. So I feel like that is why she's there.
And that, for me, was kind of confirmed when she met with the governor. But we'll talk about that when it
Right.
happens.
Yeah.
So we see that Karen meets with BB. BB's still around. And we like BB. She's, doing stuff.
Mhm.
telling the news. There's a lot of the BB report that,
She
shows up.
getting real reckless for somebody uncle who got popped.
And I
Facts.
mean, she's living in the truth matters and I want revenge and what do I have to lose and like all that.
Yeah.
And
So,
Karen told her, you better be careful. I feel
Mhm.
like I'm the reason your uncle got popped and you following down that same route.
yep,
Yeah.
you might come
Yeah.
up missing. It's not
Yeah.
going to be good.
Facts. Facts.
And so then the DA calls Heather and is like, "Hey, we need Duquesne to look a little more guilty. You think you could set that up for me?" And then
Right.
she sees Muse and is like, "Yeah, I can do that." And then this motherfucker said, "And we should get a drink sometime."
Bro.
Lick.
Man, through it. Hey, sometimes you gotta shoot, no matter
Man,
what.
I'm not
Shoot or
mad
shoot,
at him
huh?
Shoot or
because
shoot.
again,
Man.
Heather, yeah, you shoot that shot. So yeah,
Oh, 100%. Every
I'm not
time.
every time.
Single time.
So
Absolutely.
I'm not mad at him, but yeah, that's
That was kind of crazy. You
I
Hey,
was
can you convince
surprised.
something illegal? Can you convince something illegal for me? By the way, you want to
Yeah,
get a drink. Like, that's
PS.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since
And
you're
it's
willing to do that,
bro, I'm like,
Yeah.
we're using a rate like a pencil. Like, what are we doing? Like
that
she
was my thought.
erased it, and I was like, you can clearly see you you moved that from one thing to the other. But all right.
Yeah,
Like, okay.
That's what I thought. I was like, "Oh,
I didn't
you
even
just
notice
erased
that.
it? All right,
Bro,
that's
I mean, she had an X, scribbled it out, put a check mark on something else. I was like, okay.
yeah."
All
I
right.
didn't even think nothing about that. That's a good point.
Because like, unless you write lightly, like you can see that something was erased.
You can clearly see. I'm like, bro, this must be. I will say it's the government,
And
and
what I was gonna say is, it being erased didn't matter that much. Like this,
yeah,
like it was already decided.
it's the government. They don't know. There's no real checks and balances in the government. They just
Well,
whatever.
and
Oh, it's checked. Cool.
I don't think that this was like a lot of times there's a matter of incompetence and there's a matter of like hard corruption. This was corruption rather than incompetence, I think. Like
Well, I
I
mean,
think
I don't think
I think
somebody
the
was.
person who I'm saying like she turned it in. Whoever was supposed to check that when she turned it in, I felt like was incompetence. Her, yeah, I agree. It's pure corruption.
But what I'm saying is based on the system, I think that because the DA asked for that and all that, whoever checked it was probably just a part of the same corrupt
Oh, I
system.
see what you're saying. Okay.
I
But
mean, even
in
Swordsman
real
said it though.
life, like in real life, yeah, this would have just been like somebody was like, "All right," like
Yeah.
they would have just looked it over and been like, "Here,"
Yeah.
passed it off. But
Mhm.
yeah, um,
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say even Swordsman was like even when he a little ahead of Surf, but like even at trial, he knew what it
oh,
was.
he knew the game,
Yeah.
so
So it's
yeah,
like
like
yeah,
he, yeah, that
from moment
none of
one,
that
he probably
was
knew he was doing.
surprising.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
Christophe, who's the first mate, he pops back up, and we see that there's a nice eatery that is, and there are a lot of eateries being used as hiding places for certain folks.
Mhm.
Um, and the anti-vigilante task force pulls up on Cherry because earlier in the episode we see that Cherry, is doing his PI work, looking for Christophe and whatnot, and
Mhm.
so they pull up at his house, and it's just two of them, and they're talking like they know each other.
Yeah.
And then eventually Daredevil comes in there and, starts going. And he hears Cherry having a heart attack. Like he hears the heart attack before the heart attack starts.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh no, Cherry, your heart." Daredevil's working a little bit, and then he hears him actually start to have the heart attack, like he's grabbing his arm, like it's happening. And that distracts Daredevil long enough because Daredevil's beating their ass.
Mhm.
So you get that boy in a room, in a square
Yep.
room. It gotta be a
Yeah.
square,
Yeah.
Yep.
square rectangle. It's
And
gonna be
so,
real. If it's a rectangle, if it's a long rectangle, everybody in that real bad. Now if it's
Oh
it's a
yeah.
square, that's three people. Rectangles is 8 to 5, 10 people for a rectangle because you
yep.
get busy in a
Yes.
rectangle.
And honestly, give him a hallway. We're going to talk about a hallway.
That's what I mean. That's what I
We
mean.
get
That
we get a
long
hallway.
rectangle.
Um,
That
Yeah.
long rectangle. Get him.
but he gets distracted by Cherry having a heart attack, and they are able to get him down. And so they pull his mask off and they're like, holy shit. And then all of them
Yeah. All of
gone.
them.
And then a knife lands that says, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't know how they was gonna get out of that. I was like, they would pull his mask off.
yeah, I was like, they all saw him, so they all have to die.
So
I thought it was going to be Frank.
I did too. I thought when they got hit, I was like, Frank is on the roof with a sniper rifle, putting in work. So,
I just knew it was Frank. And
yeah.
then whenever more people got like just popped where they got, I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought Frank was going to throw a flashbang in there because he's blind. A flashbang ain't going to bother him. And then just start, doing Frank shit.
Yeah.
And then they were going to have, like, episode 2 was going to open with them having a conversation about it after Cherry was taken to the hospital. Like, I had already decided how it was going to go.
I'm actually glad it wasn't Frank, because think if Frank would have busted in there with a machine gun, he would have let it all off in an apartment building. Just let it off. Just bullets just flying through walls and stuff. Yeah, I'm glad.
I'm also glad it didn't need to be Frank. I just thought in my head, like, oh, we're getting Frank early.
Yeah.
But I should have known.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now wait, did Cherry die or no? He went to the hospital. Never mind.
Yeah,
hospital. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about Cherry here in a minute. But after the knife landed and it said you're welcome, that's the episode. So I know what the expectations were going into this episode, but how did we actually feel walking out of the first episode?
I was
happy
hyped
to be back. Yeah.
That, especially that ending, left you on a high a little bit. Like, snap! Especially unexpected,
that's the ending
like
I needed.
Said. Yeah, exactly. I needed that ending to keep me, because the show. I mean, the episode was great, but that finish was like, they know who Matt is. Then it's like, boom.
That's what I was like. Oh shit! Everybody in the room knows it's him, and then they all die. I was like,
immediately.
Well,
yeah.
There's that.
Yep.
So,
it's effective.
And that's the thing. Like, them knowing who he is, I guess, doesn't super matter because Kingpin knows who he is.
True.
So,
and that comes up.
That does come up.
Yeah, I was like, them be like, boss, I got news. No, you don't. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
He got away. Shut up. But anyway, so episode 2, Shoot the Moon. We opened with Cherry being taken to the hospital. Bullseye goes to church seeking forgiveness, and Kingpin kills his boxing trainer. At least I think that guy died.
He gotta die.
He's dead. And hey, we'll talk about it. But Kingpin decides to use the media to find Matt Murdock by calling him a hero and saying that he is missing. The anti-vigilante task force tries to pull up on Cherry at the hospital, but Bullseye kills 2 of them, allowing Cherry to get out. Fisk confronts Daniel about the mayor parody, and Matt and Karen scope out the Northern Star to get proof of Fisk's nefarious dealings. Some teens attempt to steal some wine from a bodega, which escalates very quickly when ICE shows up. I mean, when the anti-vigilante task force arrives. Angela goes to Kirsten after her aunt is taken. She gets the tiger amulet, and Daniel invites BB over for dinner and a chat. Detective Kim drops by Josie's place to let them know that Cherry is safe, and BB records another mayor slander. Josie's is attacked by ICE, the Anti-Vigilante Task Force, and Daredevil deals with them while Karen takes one of them hostage. And that's the episode. So, Cherry gets taken to the hospital, and then we see that Bullseye is at the church house.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking for a nun. He needs absolution or whatever.
Yeah.
And the dude he sees is like, I'm not finished with father school yet. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I just need somebody. I'm not picky.
Now wait. I can't remember. Is Daredevil's mom, air quotes, dead? The nun lady.
I don't remember.
Because I thought that's why he went. I thought he was going, which now looking back, knowing that Bullseye is kind of, what is it? What is that called when he in wrestling? not babyface. What's the other word?
Oh, it's
A
the heel.
heel?
Yeah, he's pulling the heel. I
Mhm.
thought he at first when I was watching, I thought he was going for Daredevil's mom, like
Oh,
the
okay.
woman who raised him when he said I need a nun. So I thought
Oh,
that's what
got
he
it,
was
got it, got
looking
it.
for. But
Mm-hmm.
now I'm thinking about it more. He doesn't know Matt Murdock is Daredevil, does he?
I
I
don't.
thought he did.
Does he?
Does he? Yeah,
I
because he
thought he
knew
did.
Foggy. He knew all them. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So then, yeah. So I thought he was going out there the nun who raised Daredevil, but
Got it.
then knowing now that no, he was really trying to go for absolution, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the young father's there and he's like, "Hey, I don't care. I just need
Right.
somebody to forgive
Hmm.
these sins."
Right.
And then Kingpin is, training a little bit and, he sits down to take a breather and the coach is like, "Oh, you giving up? Little bitch.
Bro.
I didn't expect that from you." Kingpin just kills him.
Bro,
Yeah.
I thought he was just being a good coach, bro. That's crazy.
I mean, I
Nah,
think
bro.
that's what that's what he thought he was doing.
Bro, he got interrupted. He wanted to take a call. He like, "Yeah, oh, you getting tired? Da, da, da." Oh, bro, do you know who I am? Like,
That's the
Now,
thing. He
now to say
didn't.
that to the, but you talk to the mayor, so you should expect him to get some type of interruptions.
Yeah, but
exactly.
I think that he was just doing what he
What a
does
coach
as a
would.
coach, and he
Hmm.
didn't know that Kingpin is made up of 99.9% muscle mass. So, and
Nah,
he
bro,
didn't
you
know
got
that Kingpin is very volatile at times, because that's
you.
one of the things about Kingpin is when he gets violent, it is very personal.
And my thing
And
is like when you're doing pads with somebody, right? You can feel if somebody got nice, like can hit hard. Like
they
that's
got
an
weight on
easy
him.
indicator. Yeah, you can easy. You like, damn. Okay, all right,
Because
all right.
I think that's whenever he was taking body shots, he was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
like he felt him, even
right.
with the
And I'm
little
like,
thing on."
yeah, I'm like this dude's twice your size, three times your size. Like, yeah,
You're like,
relax.
yeah. But again, he was just doing what he thought a coach does.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it was a mistake because that man's
No,
dead.
he really messed up
Put
on that
that
one.
man through the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not good. And so we're back in the office and Fisk is like, this Matt Murdock problem is a problem.
Hmm.
And he's like, "Well, he took a bullet for you. He's a hero." It's like, "Huh,
Such a smart man.
Yeah.
okay. You're right about that." And so he puts out a press release basically saying this blind hero is missing.
Yeah.
So we need you to find him because, he and Karen been sneaking around town. Karen got, bag full of wigs to try to, blend in. And all of her wigs look like wigs.
Yeah.
But
True.
anyway.
Even Matt was like, "Oh, he's good."
Yeah.
Like
Nah, he knew.
not
Yeah,
only
Touche.
do you got people looking for Daredevil, you got people looking for Matt.
yeah,
He's
like I
like, "You
said,
good?
yeah,
You
the
That
good?"
was smart.
haters are looking for one of us. The lovers are looking for the other one. So now everybody, yeah, like it
Hmm.
was
That was a chess move that I didn't see coming. I was like, that's
Yeah,
smart.
that was good.
Yeah.
whenever I knew it was going to happen after somebody said that he's a hero, and then Kingpin was like, he's a hero. And I was like, oh, he's about to flip that. Like,
Yeah.
I saw it right before he got on the air. But,
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. When that happened, I thought about how we just had the episode, how we were talking about last week's episode. Go check that out. How we talked about how he is, at the top of the game as far as playing this actor. When he did that, I was like, "Oh, this is why."
yeah,
Yeah. 100%.
he's so good.
So good.
Um, so the the task force, they pull up on Cherry at the hospital, and he's with his cop friends, and they're basically like, "Y'all can fuck off."
Yeah.
And Bullseye shows up, kills two of them because why not?
Hmm.
That's what Bullseye does. And because they obviously the task force has unfinished business with Cherry,
Hmm.
but he's able to get out because whenever they come back, his bed is empty. So luckily he was able to escape. Now we see that um, Daniel is made aware, like he and the chief of staff are talking about this mayor parody. And she's like, he's not gonna like this. And he's like, yeah, you're right, he's not. And then she's like, so this is internal footage. Who has access to this footage? It
Hmm.
was like, well, you do, I do, number two does. And she's like, you don't have it on your laptop, do you? And he was like, absolutely not. I don't have it on my laptop. Whatever do you mean? Why would I do something so stupid and silly like that? I don't have it on my
Right.
laptop at all. And she's like, you better get your ass in there and tell him about this
Hmm.
because he's not going to be happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you done fucked up AA Ron.
Yeah. And Daniel was like, right away.
Yeah.
So Daniel gets summoned, and Fisk is like, I don't like this shit. They're making a fool out of me.
Hmm.
What the fuck is going on, Daniel? Do you need to be dealt with, Daniel?
Right.
And Daniel's like, I swear to you, I will get to the bottom of this because this is unacceptable, sir.
Hmm.
And Kingpin is like, okay, handle it because I don't need any leaks in my house.
Right.
And so we see that Matt and Karen in the dead of night are trying to scope out the Northern Star. And they're unloading a bunch of diapers and shit. And they're all like, what a great show they're putting on. But let's see what happens at night. And then nighttime comes and the task force is everywhere. And that's where we see the weapons and such. And so they're really trying to get proof because they can't do anything without proof. And that's what I'm enjoying about this season is the moves that they have to make are very specifically to prove that Kingpin is all of these things because they can't really do anything without that. And
Yeah.
Kingpin
Right.
already has like the media and all of that on his side.
Yep.
And whenever BB is interviewing people, like there are a lot of people that are like, we love what Kingpin is doing.
Yep.
So they're in a tough
Got the
situation.
populace. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we see that there's a bodega and Angela and Soledad are, you know, just on a stroll. They go into a bodega. Angela sees some miscreants from her class. Everybody starts, talking that shit. And one of them tries to steal a bottle of wine. And Soledad, being the adult in the room, is like, hey, put it back. Hey, put it back. And then, uh, the guy at the counter whips out the motherfucking bop gun.
My man went
Or something.
crazy.
And he's like,
I'm tired of this.
yeah, I'm tired of this
Titus.
bullshit. And then fucking Ice shows up, making a mess out of everything. And I know that, there are parallels and allegories and all that, but whenever they arrested Soledad, I was like, this is very clear what's happening here.
Yeah.
Like, she literally didn't do anything.
Mm-mm.
Literally put her hand. It was like, hey,
Yeah.
hand on
And
there. He was like, did you
assaulting
assault
an officer. Yeah.
I was
And
like, nah, this is
and I was like
crazy.
watching them drag her
Bro.
off and like put her in the van, I was like, that was hard to watch.
Bro. When I tell you that was triggering for me because as you
Oh,
know, you all know in my past,
story
I
time.
had I had a run in with the law and I got the same charge. Assault and battery on an officer. And it felt like that. Like you like touched him, he looks at you, go, assault and battery on an officer, and put aims you up and takes you. That's what it felt like. So where I had like a PTSD moment. I was like, damn. But yeah.
That's what it's
Yeah.
like here in America.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Whenever she got put in I was like, that's and then Angela
You
had to
feel something.
watch
Yeah.
like no, this is not great. And
Mm-mm.
so after she gets taken, Angela pulls up on Kirsten. And Kirsten, she didn't do what a black person would have done in that situation. Like if she was there and she heard rummaging and somebody, she wouldn't have been like, "Hello, Is
Yeah.
anybody there? That's not. That's not. No, you. She would have very quietly tried to, find whoever it was and take care of it.
Yeah.
But announcing yourself, it's not. It's not the.
That's
And
not a black.
luckily, it was fine because
Hmm.
it
if this
was
is,
Angela.
yeah, Misty Knight would have never did that, huh?
Would have
No,
never.
Y'all think we're gonna see her again?
I certainly hope so.
I don't think so.
I also don't think so, but I certainly hope so.
Yeah, that'd be
I
dope.
I, I think we might see Misty again.
I
I
don't.
don't think we'll
They
see
might recast
Colleen.
her though.
I don't think we'll see Colleen again though.
Yeah,
Even though I like both of them.
I do too.
But
Yeah.
Colleen was one of the better parts of Iron Fist
yes,
because the rest of it wasn't.
yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see Misty again, but
Yeah.
for other reasons. So Angela pulls up on Kirsten and is like, "Hey, they took my aunt," and she's like, "I mean, we could file some depositions or something." And Angela was like, "No, when they take people, they disappear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my Tia is gone." And she's like, "I am so sorry." And then she finds the amulet, and she was like, "Yeah, your aunt wanted nothing to do with this." And Angel was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that off your hands. I'm gonna need that."
Now we saw the ambulance from White Tiger from last season.
Mhm.
It just basically gave him enhanced powers, right? Or enhanced physical attributes.
Yes, that is my understanding of it.
So if she puts it on, which we haven't seen her put it on, right?
She's been wearing it this whole time. Or
But
like
she
once
ain't been
she
doing
gets
shit
it.
with it.
Well, we haven't seen her doing anything with it,
Okay,
but we
okay,
know
okay.
that she has done stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
We haven't
Has she?
watched her. Yeah, and we'll. Yeah,
I mean, she slashed the tire though, right? But like outside of that, she ain't did nothing else.
she slashed a tire, and I think she said that she, attacked a guy and got stuff, and like
Oh
whenever
yeah,
she
she
saw
said,
Karen.
"Oh, off camera." Okay, off
Yeah,
camera.
that's what I'm saying. We haven't seen her do anything, but
Yeah.
the amulet gives her the ability to do like it almost works like the heart-shaped herb is what it's sounding like. It grants her heart-shaped herb like cat powers with
Yeah,
I don't know if it connects her to some ancestors that give her the I don't we don't know all the shit, but I am taking it basically as like a just a tiger god instead of a panther god, and it
Yeah.
okay,
gives her what she needs.
okay,
Or
that's fair.
the wearer of the amulet gets what they need. Um, because
I
like
will say,
similar to how Vixen has to have the totem to have the power
yeah, that's
to
true.
handle animal transformations that she does.
That's fair. That's fair.
It, I will say this is like my least favorite storyline.
Angela?
Yeah, the whole like
Okay.
I don't know. Like I want to have empathy,
Well, you
but I'm
don't you
also
don't
like
like a mantle. That's clear.
that's true. That's
And
all
this is
true.
this
True.
is absolutely a mantle.
Absolutely a mental. Which I ain't gonna say I don't. I agree. That's probably part of it. Yeah, but I
Yep.
also just feel like I think the original character I wasn't a fan of either. So it's kind of like whatever. But yeah.
I'd rather have her as White Tiger than him, personally.
Oh,
But
I
I
mean,
think
I agree. Probably.
I
Yeah.
think that's because like I know Angela as White Tiger rather than Hector as White Tiger,
Yeah.
like just in my
Yeah.
own uh, Marvel consumption.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, because she was the White Tiger in the Spider-Man, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
And I really enjoyed that show.
yeah, that was good. That was a good one. That was a good one.
So, Daniel invites BB to dinner. Last time they saw each other, he was having a party at his house, and she was like, "Oh, you rich man," and he was just lit. He was having a great time.
Mm.
And this time he makes dinner, and he's basically like, "Yeah, I can't cook. I just follow the instructions, and we're just gonna see what happens."
Hmm.
And they start talking, and one of the quotes that he said really hit me. And the quote was, "Integrity can cost. Sometimes it's better to not know or to ask."
Mm.
That was a line that I was like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
writing."
Yeah. No facts. That's good writing.
Because that that made my mind do a lot of, thinking and going in places. And what it made me realize, I don't know why it took me to this place, but you know how, generally speaking, men are terrible, and a lot of men, whenever women say that men are terrible, they'll be like, not all men, not me, yada yada, just kind of
Yeah,
getting
Hmm.
personally bothered by it.
yeah.
I was like, so if we're looking at it as just black and white, like either you are or are not a terrible person, then
Hmm.
yeah, most men probably aren't terrible people. But if you look at it on the actual like scale of gray that it is, there are some men who are absolutely terrible people. There are some men who condone that terrible behavior or facilitate that terrible behavior, but don't do it themselves. There are some
Hmm.
men that are indifferent to the terrible behavior or turned a blind eye to the terrible behavior. There are some men who will, call it out but not take any action against it. And then there are some men who will actively try to stop anything terrible from happening. So when you
Hmm.
look at it on that kind of scale, then you'll see that actually there are a lot of like indifference is its own bad thing sometimes. And this quote just kind of led me to there are a lot of people who are in the middle, who are in the gray, and who will either facilitate, condone, or allow bad things to happen.
Hmm.
And that's what, because he said integrity can cost. Sometimes it's better to not know and to not ask. And
Yeah.
ignorance can be weaponized.
Oh, 100%.
There are a lot of people who look for plausible deniability. That's why that is a term.
Hmm.
And typically, if we're discussing plausible deniability, that means that you're involved or you're involved or adjacent.
Yeah.
And so my whenever I heard that quote, I it took me to a lot of places.
Yeah.
And it made me realize that integrity can cost. And so a
Absolutely.
lot of people choose not to engage at all, which again can be its own problem.
Yeah.
Because typically that's how bad things happen is most people not engaging, most people doing nothing, most people staying on the sideline, most people just allowing stuff to happen. And
The
I
bystander effect, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that that's what this led me to believe is there are way more people in the middle than on one end or the other. And a lot of people don't think about how there are a lot of people in the middle and how sometimes doing nothing is contributing to the problem.
Yeah.
Because most people look at it as I'm not involved, I'm not going, that ain't got nothing to do with me, I'm gonna stay over here. It's like, yeah, if everybody feels that way, then the problem will continue.
100%.
And so that quote, it really hit me.
Hmm.
And I felt it whenever he
Yeah.
said it, and I was like, that is people generally
Hmm.
is just sitting by and allowing things to happen or doing nothing when things happen.
Good
So,
writing.
but yeah, he basically says to her, if you are the one who is slandering the mayor's good name, I'm gonna need you to stop because people come up missing when they do that. And it's interesting how where Daniel is an interesting place because he is very very loyal to Kingpin, but doesn't want anything bad to happen to BB,
Yeah.
even though he knows she's on the other side of this.
Right.
And that's gonna come up, and you know it's gonna be bad when that happens.
It's gonna be ugly,
Really bad.
because I have a feeling that he's going to try to protect her, and that's not going to be good for him.
It's not gonna go well.
Uh, but Yeah, it's also funny that like she is straight up using him, but he really thinks he's doing something.
Yeah, you trying to get a date?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the fall of man, right? That's the
Okay.
fall of man. Try and get a
Facts.
little bit
Yeah.
messed up.
But yeah, because she's making it real clear, like this is not a date. We're not
Yeah,
doing that.
we're not doing that.
But and yeah, she's again straight up using that man.
Hmm.
And so we see that at Josie's, they're I assume they're talking to Josie, Matt and Karen, and then there's a knock on the door, and they hide, and Detective Kim just talking loud, like, just so y'all know, Cherry's safe.
Right.
He's good. So they're like, oh, all right, cool. And then we see another mayor parody, and we see. I didn't think it was actually BB under the mask. I knew that she
I
was the
thought,
one doing it, but I didn't think it was actually her.
I thought it was going to be the black woman from the office. I don't know why I thought
Mm,
that, but I was like, if it's her, that's gonna be crazy.
That would be crazy. Uh,
I
she
yeah,
never
I
crossed my
don't know why.
mind.
Yeah, it was tough to tell because anytime I thought I had something, they do something to kind of throw me off. So I'm
I,
like,
I
oh,
I knew that BB was the one recording it. I'll say that, but
yeah,
I didn't know she was actually under the mask.
gotcha.
Yeah, whenever she took the head off, I was like, oh, it's actually her. Okay. But yeah, I knew
And
that
he literally just told her to chill. Just told her
he
to chill.
he did,
Hmm.
and she was, and the way that they're parodying him is really like it's
That was
really
really
good.
good. I love
Yeah,
you, New York. Yeah,
yeah. Like I was like, where did you get that voice, BB?
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, and then the whole Mayor Kingpin, like all of it. I was like, yeah,
yeah.
she's got that dialed in.
Hmm.
And so then uh they go in at the ICE goes and attack Josie's. And of course that's the hideout. So that's not great. But Daredevil got to deal with it. So Daredevil puts most of them down. Karen's outside, and she got they've been working, they've been sparring a little bit.
Yeah,
She's been
she been training. Yeah, she been
teaching
training.
Karen
A
some
little bit.
stuff, teaching her how to defend herself.
Hmm.
So she comes across one of these agents, and she gets him where he needs to be. And once Karen and Daredevil meet back up, Karen is like, I have something to show you. And then she's like, since they're kidnapping people, how about we start kidnapping people? And she's got this man in a chair with a bag on his head. And after this episode, I was like, oh yeah. Like I already knew I was locked in,
Yeah.
but once she kidnapped an agent, I was like, oh yeah.
And the whole
Let's
time
yeah.
she kept getting darker and darker. Like she kept being like, okay, so why can't we kill people? Okay,
Yeah.
why can't
Well,
we?
yeah, I would say we didn't bring it up, but yeah, she mentions the Frank Castle thing,
She
and
Yeah,
did.
Daredevil was like, "Oh, you really feeling that message?"
Yeah,
right,
you bringing up Frank?
right.
Y'all
Yeah.
been talking to something? But
Exactly. Like we what are you talking about, Frank though?
I
Yeah.
and maybe that's my fault because I try to keep TV synopses tighter, so
Oh no, you good. You
I
good.
Yeah,
I
you're
I,
good.
I may skip over some things, but
But
Well, I mean, hopefully the people listening to it, they
they
seen it.
watch the episode.
Right.
yeah, exactly.
It'd be great if you've already seen it. But
Yeah,
yeah, so yeah, this was. I mean, and again, I was already locked in, but after this episode, I was like, oh yeah,
yeah.
I feel safe on
Hmm.
what we're doing because again, Karen, like you said, Karen getting darker
Yeah,
is I liked that for the story
same. Like,
because I'm wondering where we're gonna go because
yeah.
when we did see the one time we saw Matt go there is after he killed Foggy, he pushed Bullseye off that building with
Facts.
intent to kill him because
Yeah, he thought he was dead.
the way that he pushed him off, I was like, yeah, I'm not
Hmm.
mad about it. But how do we feel about episode two?
Really good.
Yeah,
Pretty
but
good.
say I'm still invested. So
Yeah. Um, The other episodes, I feel like, get better. Thankfully, that's what you want. But yeah, really good second episode.
Okay. That takes us to episode 3, The Scales and the Sword. We open with Karen and Daredevil interrogating this ICE agent, I mean the task force guy, and he says he wants to help them. He gives them his security card to Red Hook and they release him. Kirsten and Heather have a tense conversation, and Kirsten is taken to Duquesne to have some attorney client privilege. Karen is considering using Punisher methods and sends the governor of New York info on Red Hook, and the governor threatens to pull the plug on Fisk's operation due to the North Star situation. Kirsten does her best, but Duquesne is found guilty. Fisk's number 2 and Heather flirting a little bit, and Kirsten meets with Daredevil to get info from her uh, on what she saw at Red Hook, because she was taken to Red Hook. Daredevil gets in there, frees the prisoners, and we get a hallway scene. Karen is
Yep.
outside, Angela shows up to help, and between them and Duquesne, they are able to get all of the prisoners out. The North Star is detonated, killing everyone aboard.
Tough.
Tough.
And that's the episode.
Girl.
So this is when she brings up Punisher methods.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was in the previous episode. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, I thought I wrote it down. I did.
Yeah.
So we open with an interrogation of the captured task force dude, and he's like, "Hey, I'm on y'all side. I'm trying to help." And Daredevil's like, "You
Facts.
fucking liar!" He's absolutely telling the truth.
That's tough,
Yeah.
bro. You can't even lie to that, man. That's tough.
Man,
Damn.
tough.
So yeah, he's like, "I want to help because this is ridiculous, and we need to stop Kingpin." Liar, Karen. I absolutely believe him.
Yeah.
So he's like, here's my security card, you can get into Red Hook with this, yada yada. He's very helpful. And then Daredevil's like, all right, I'm gonna hit you really, really hard.
That's tough.
And
I
then
always feel bad. I always feel bad for people when that happens. When they're in
Yeah,
that
same.
situation,
when
Same,
they
man.
gotta make it look
they got to take
like
it. Yeah, that sucks.
And it's like, I'm gonna put this bag back on you
Yeah.
so that you don't know what's happening, but like this is what it's gotta be. So he gets released, and we don't see that happen, but he gets released. And so we see that Kirsten and Heather meet on the street, and they, have a little discussion. And basically, Kirsten is like, why would you be working with Kingpin? He's a terrible person. And Heather's like, why would you be working against these vigilantes? They're the criminals here. I
Right.
was on the other side of one of these people, so fuck them. All of them. P.S. Matt is a liar. He lied to me about everything. And I was like, well,
She's not
Heather,
wrong.
yeah,
He has a point.
you're not wrong. So,
Right.
okay. And then we see that Kirsten is taken to Red Hook, where Duquesne is. Like, she's got a bag over her head, and she's like, can I take this bag off? No. And I don't know, I think it was at the beginning of this episode, but we see the black dude who was in the last season. We see him like, hey, I need to get back in. I need to get my hands dirty again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Accept him back to
I'm
ice.
at home.
I barely even remembered him.
I remembered him as being a member of the task force, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, when they said that, yeah, I barely remembered who he was supposed to be.
But yeah, so Kirsten is taken to Duquesne, and they, they basically like, you got 15 minutes. I was like, and she says like, this is super illegal. And I'm like, you think we give a fuck about that?
Right.
Like, you're lucky that you're meeting him at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so then that's when Karen is like, maybe Frank had a point. And Daredevil's like, because I think Daredevil like, what are we supposed to do? Kill him? And she was like, well,
It's an option.
it worked when Frank did it.
Yeah.
It's like, are you seriously considering Frank Castle methods? And she was like, it's not off the table.
Yeah, he did not like that.
He was not vibing
No.
with that. because he's, very against killing people, just
Right.
hurting them real bad.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, hey, if they die, they die. So, and I think they were talking about Kingpin. Like, what do we? Because I mean, it may have been a situation where she was like, we're doing all this work to try to prove he's a terrible person. What if?
Yeah.
And hear me out. We just end him.
Her and Bullseye would get along very well.
Her and Punisher got along great.
Yeah.
Like they had a great relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, they have that discussion and the governor shows up in the episode and we see that she's like looking on an iPad with Red Hook info because Karen was like, "Yeah, I sent it to the governor. I made sure the governor received it." So, the governor shows up and the governor's like, "With all this shit going on, I might have to pull the plug on your little operation because I've got a fucking boat in the river."
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I was letting you cook. But
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
So if I need to pull the plug on this, I will. And then they immediately are like, we need dirt on this woman right now. Like we
Y'all,
need to
y'all
we
want to
need to
know
be
what I thought
able to
about
what's that?
when she talked about we got a boat in the river. I was like, oh, they real concerned about this boat, but when we had a sentinel, I mean a celestial
Oh yeah.
in the ocean for 5 years, nobody even batted an eye. But I
Well,
was like, all right, I
Yeah.
guess
that wasn't US. Like that was
What?
somewhere else.
this, they
Where
wasn't
was
worried
that
about
at?
it.
It was
I can't
It was
remember.
on Atlantic Ocean
The
or something. I don't
UN.
know.
The UN should have been on that easy.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
And that's the like, it was gently brought up in She-Hulk, I think, but like
Yeah.
not even
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah.
But in New York, they pay attention. They get things moving.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she was like, "Yeah, there's a boat in the East River, and that has my attention. So
Yep.
if I need to cut all this shit off, I will." And yeah, they're immediately like, "All right, we need dirt on her right now." And they're
Mm-hmm.
basically like, "There isn't any. She's just, she's just a politician. She
Yep.
pays her taxes." And uh, Daniel's like, "I will get with her lieutenant governor, and we will just between us girls this thing because." Yeah, if anybody knows the dirt on her, it's gonna be her lieutenant governor. So let me get in there, see what I can find
Yeah.
out. And so then we see the trial, and the DA. We see earlier that the DA says to Kirsten, like, "Please come back. You're a very talented lawyer. I will pay
Yep.
you whatever you want. This is ridiculous."
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Nope, I want to keep my soul intact."
Yeah.
And so then we see them actually in court, and yeah, every time, like, it's very clear how one-sided this is.
Oh yeah. The
With the
judge walked in there
objections,
hella nervous.
yeah, with the objections that were sustained and overruled, and everything that's happening, it was,
it was a 5 minute trial.
yeah, like
Yeah.
he was like, "Yeah, we're going to court today," and he was like, "You mean the tribunal?"
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, like it was ugly. And the judges were like, "Well, our hands are tied based on, the anti-vigilante initiative." But it's like, "No, y'all, the check's cleared.
Yeah.
Like y'all were doing exactly what Kingpin told y'all to do, and this was all being televised." And Duquesne knew the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like,
yeah.
because I think he was trying to say to Kirsten, like, "Hey, babe, don't even
Yeah.
like this is
Relax. Yeah.
this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like
There was
he
no,
never stood a chance.
yeah,
Yeah,
like you
Yeah.
did your best. There was nothing you could do. Like they are making an example out of me. Like I'm the
Mm-hmm.
first one, and I and he talks about like Fisk asked me to do this. I said no.
Objected.
Here
Yeah.
we are. And so yeah, but yeah, Duquesne was like, "Oh yeah, I understand this game. I already
Yeah.
know. Like don't you worry about me." But she really did her best. She was like, "Can we approach the bench?" And
He
she's
did.
basically like, "This is bullshit." And they were
Mm-hmm.
like, "I mean, yeah, but it's what it is."
good luck. Yeah, good luck.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they were like, and she mentioned, like, there's no proof that my client is this swordsman person.
Right.
Like, y'all have to prove that. Didn't matter. We find the defendant guilty. And she was all disappointed, and he was just like, yep,
Yeah.
that's the game. And so, yeah. Everybody's on TV watching Fisk is like, yes, joy, we won. It's like, okay, you didn't have to watch this to know that. But then we see there's a dinner. And at this dinner, Vanessa goes up to Heather and is like, hey, I sat you next to the number 2. A handsome guy, and you're single as fuck. So, I bet you'd have a seat. And you can thank me later. And then they start talking, and, he's doing the whole, like, oh, this is absolutely a royal court.
Yeah.
We have the king, we have the queen, we have...
And I'm just a knight.
Yeah, I'm the knight. And Heather was like, oh, thinking highly of yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
And, yeah, and then we see that the governor makes a toast, and they're like, oh, she's trying to...
Which, I didn't understand that part. Just 'cause she cut in right before he was about to do it? Is that what the big deal was?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think he was about to make an announcement or something.
Well, yeah, but I didn't get like what was the point of them being all up in arms about it.
Yeah, I guess because they were like, "Oh, she's testing you." Or
Yeah, that's why I was
whatever.
like, what? How is she testing? Just because she beat him to it?
I
I
think so.
guess
Yeah.
hard to say, but yeah, Kirsten is getting drunk because she lost,
Yeah.
and then somebody bumps into her and leaves her a little note like, "Hey, go back to your office," and it's Daredevil, and she's like, first of all, I'm drunk. Second of all, they had a blindfold on me, so I don't really know what I saw at Red Hook. And he was like, I don't need you to see anything.
Yeah.
So,
Just tell me.
because that's what we're working with.
Another
Right, can't do
thing
that.
was when the lady when Daredevil bumped into her and said your office, I'd have been like, no, I didn't know who you is.
Yeah.
What?
No means no, sir.
I would do that shit
I think
like
it was
nowhere.
Kirsten. I thought it was Karen who bumped into her.
Right, but
Oh,
did Kirsten
Regardless,
know that? Yeah, I would be
I
like, no, you about to rape me? Like, what are you talking about? No.
well,
yeah.
I mean, I think that under the circumstances, they like this is a world where you know what those little secret notes mean.
Yeah, maybe
Because
so,
like I'm not in a world where I'm receiving secret notes like that.
yeah.
And if you are, I'm gonna be super scared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what?
As I said, meet me at your house, but they know where I live. Like, we gotta
Yeah, I'd be the
move.
wrong person.
Yeah, like I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
turn
hey, did you mean to give this to me?
yeah
What you
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Like, yeah, I'd be super obvious.
I'm gonna turn my location on and just hey, I'm headed home.
Yeah. At 123 North
Yeah, like
Avenue.
if you don't hear from me tomorrow,
Yeah.
then call somebody.
You know.
But yeah, she goes to her office and yeah, Daredevil's like, I need you to tell me everything about Red Hook. And she does, because whenever she was walking through Red Hook, I noticed that there were certain things, like I noticed the pigeons and some of the like little stuff that was happening,
Yeah.
the stairs. And so yeah, she was able to recall all of that.
Hmm.
And so Daredevil gone on up in there. And this is where we see why he put the watch in the box.
Watch. Yeah. I like that.
And so, yeah, he was able to hear that, and then he found all the prisoners. He started letting them out. And whenever he started unlocking cages, and I saw that it was just one, like, it didn't change camera angles,
Shot.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, we're getting our hallway.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
I also thought Frank was gonna be here because Frank is still locked up.
Well, what I remember is Frank was like, hey, come here.
Yeah.
I like your, what's your
Oh,
name?
that's right at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, what's your name? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, I don't know. Frank was locked up with other people, but
I figured it was here.
I think it was here. But I think that Frank got out.
So you think Frank is already gone?
Because I want to say that was the last was the credit scene, or am I tripping?
I
Well,
think
it was like
yeah,
a credit scene, but I thought he was just like
No, I thought that he got the.
Insinuating. Did he
I
get the keys?
I thought he did because I know that he attacked that guy,
Yeah,
and so attacking that guy is what would have allowed him to get out. Because otherwise,
that's
why are
what I
you
thought.
attacking that guy?
Right.
So yeah,
Hmm.
I thought that when he attacked that guy had keys or something like was able to let him out. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway, and we don't. I don't know how much time has passed between
True.
that and right now.
No,
Yeah.
that's a good point too. Yeah.
So yeah, because if it was long enough for because court takes a long time, and we are at Duquesne's trial,
Right.
so like there's been at least a little bit of time that has passed. So yeah, Daredevil gets in there, starts freeing some people, sees Duquesne, gives Duquesne some like rebar or something,
Hmm.
and you know, bunch of ice agents show up and they start working.
Yeah. That was cool to see. That was a cool scene.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got to
he's getting
see.
busy.
I'm glad we got to see
Yeah.
Duquesne cook a little bit.
Yeah. So we're gonna get ready, get busy.
And yeah, like the way he was twirling, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you gonna show him
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And
That
like
was cool.
whenever he got punched, I was like, all of this is so good.
Yeah. He got rocked like twice and then he came back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I
Mhm.
love everything that's happening right now, all of it.
Yep.
So yeah, Karen is outside, and just kind of waiting, and Angela's like, "Hey, it's me. I knocked some guys out and got some stuff, and I'm here to help. I'm helping."
Mhm.
And Karen is like, "Go home. You are a child."
Right.
It's like, "Nah, I'm here to help. My auntie's in there. I'm getting Tia out today." And so, yeah, they're all able to get all the prisoners out, and they're able to, make things happen. Like everybody was able to escape because they were able to find a big ass truck, and it was like, Duquesne, you know how to drive this thing? And we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll
He
do
just
my
ran
best.
into
Also, on this same scene in the breakout scene, I thought Bullseye pulls up because I saw that thing go through that dude's chest. And I was like, yeah, I know Matt ain't killing nobody. I saw it go through his chest and I saw it was Matt. I'm like, yo, I'm pretty sure that dude died.
Oh yeah, a couple of them dudes died.
Cause I'm like, he threw that thing and it went through him. It went through
Yeah,
that dude.
Oh,
And
okay.
then he smacked him again in the head with it.
yeah,
And I'm like, come on, bro. That's some Batman stuff right there. I don't kill, but you gonna basically wish you was dead.
yeah. Like
So
Yeah.
you're
yeah,
thrown into the.
I really
You'll
thought
never be the
Bullseye.
same again.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Right.
I thought the same
Traumatized.
thing. I was like, oh, Bullseye's here too.
Yeah.
Oh, because yeah, when it went through him, I said the same thing. I was like, there's
Yeah.
no way Matt threw that.
Bro.
But
You know
yeah,
how hard you got to throw that to go through somebody?
Oh no.
Like that's crazy.
it is crazy. But he works out. So,
No, I guess you're right.
but yeah, they're able to get all the prisoners out, and Kingpin, or he calls it in. He's like, hey, all the prisoners escaped, and he's like, the weapons still here, still good. Okay, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Because earlier we see some people that are like, hey, we did what we were asked to do. Why do we still need to be here? And he was like, because I fucking said so.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, fine. So, you know, they go over there, and then yeah, they detonate the
It's
boat
crazy.
because all of Fisk's stuff is off of it.
Yeah.
And so all those people that were on there died.
That's nuts.
And that takes us to the fourth episode. So, third episode, how did we feel?
Pretty good. And that was a crazy
Yeah,
ending.
I'll say especially coming off the fight scene in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
That was dope.
I always wonder when we're going to get a hallway.
Mhm.
And yeah, whenever I saw Daredevil. Oh, another thing. Um, I really like how they're showing when he is focusing to hear stuff because of like
Yeah.
how it zooms on him in the background, like kind of
Hmm.
back, like whenever he was trying to listen for the watch,
Yeah. I
like
like
because
that.
they've done that a couple times, but like as
Yeah.
far as camera work and like what we
Same.
see in that moment, I really like that. I feel like the MCU did a similar thing with the Spidey sense in the third Spider-Man movie. Like the way that they
Yeah.
visually showed how he's using it and like what's happening.
Yeah.
And I mean, it wasn't exactly the same, but like it reminded me of that whenever it like zooms in on them trying to lock in
Yeah.
and use their
Focus.
powers that are beyond human
Like
capability.
internal powers. A
Yeah,
Yeah.
way to show
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
like
That
showing
was
them
cool.
like try to focus and
Yeah.
yeah, but good episode. And so, episode 4, Gloves Off. We open with Bullseye's morning routine. He goes to get a milkshake, and then he calls the ICE hotline, the vigilante hotline, I mean, and he kills everybody who shows up. Another Mayor Kingpin video drops, and Karen is recording testimony from the prisoners. Duquesne leaves, but he gives them access to his money, and Christoffy shows up at the hideout because he wants to help. The task force pull up on Karen looking for Duquesne, but obviously he's not there. Mr. Charles pulls up on Fisk, and Fisk tells him to shut the fuck up and be patient. Karen pulls up on Kirsten, and Kirsten is reluctant but ready to help any way she can. Vanessa goes to meet with the governor and says, "Put your faith in me." Matt dresses up as an ICE agent to go look over the crime scene that Bullseye left. Well, I mean, Matt dressed up as a task force to go smell and feel the crime scene. Can't look over anything. Matt then goes to the church looking for Bullseye, and he's able to find him. They have a little scuffle, but Bullseye escapes. Kirsten and Karen record Christoffy's statement, and BB receives an SD card. At the mayoral charity boxing event, Fisk beats the shit out of his opponent, and
Man.
Christoffy is killed by Fisk's number 2. Bullseye shows up and starts killing Task Force at the charity boxing event, and Vanessa gets tagged. Or Vanessa tags him. Vanessa tags Bullseye. And Daredevil pulls Bullseye out of there before Fisk can kill him because he's about to. But a piece of glass ends up in Vanessa's head. And so her beautiful white dress is stained in red.
Hmm.
And honestly, what a great halfway point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
in my
great
opinion.
halfway point.
So we open the episode with Bullseye just singing and cooking breakfast.
Yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah, just, having a day. And then the neighbor lady's like, "Oh, hey, such a nice boy."
Yeah. Of course he's a perfectionist. And of course he works out his arms and his wrists and
Of
you know
course.
what I mean? It makes
Yeah.
sense.
A little morning routine. And
Hmm.
so he goes to a place and it's just, a black lady who's tired. And she's like, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
Like, what's good here?
Yeah.
Milkshakes are popular? Cool. I'd like
Yeah.
one of those, please.
Yeah.
He gets his milkshake and then he's like, "Oh my God, the Punisher's here. He's attacked. Oh no, he's got a
Yeah.
gun.
As soon as he started pronouncing, he about to murk
He's about
everybody
to
who come through this
fuck
building.
all these people." Yeah, I said the
Yep.
same. I was like, "Oh, he's calling in to fuck these people up."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's like, "Oh no, he's got a gun. I'm scared." And like, "Are you sure it's Frank Castle?"
Yeah.
Like, "All right, we're sending people right now." So, Task Force shows up and he's we see him looking around. He's got spoons and forks and shit.
Yeah. Making sure you got
So,
enough.
yeah, he's like, "We're gonna be fine."
Yeah.
Did he shoot that dude with the cherry stem out the straw? What? Because he spit
No,
something out the
that was a
straw.
toothpick.
Oh, okay, those two. Okay, because I
Yeah,
remember seeing the put the cherry on top, and I must have blinked or
Oh, I
something.
see. I see.
yeah,
And then so when I saw him shot, I was like, "Was that the cherry stem?"
like he got a toothpick and put it in his mouth, and then yeah.
Okay. That makes more
So
sense, by the way, because I was like, the cherry stem. That might be the craziest feat I ever seen.
Yeah.
it would be. So yeah, he kills everybody who shows up, and then he goes and he's like, "Dogs in a restaurant? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Despicable.
bro.
That is unsanitary." And that dude
Yeah.
is like, "I don't want to die today." So yeah, and then we see another Mayor Kingpin video drop. And because BB, yeah, she's obviously not stopping. And then we see that
Okay.
all of the prisoners are at another hideout, and Karen is recording them, telling their story of what happened. Like, so we see her recording Soledad telling, like, "This is what happened to me." And Duquesne is like, hey, I'm not, because they're like, we could really use you. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good. But
Mm,
if y'all need money, I gave Karen my account information. Take what you need.
that's
Because
crazy.
y'all gonna need some money. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's very
Yeah.
generous.
Very.
But yeah, he was like, take however much you need for whatever you need. I trust
Yeah.
y'all. But yeah, y'all need to deal with this.
Hmm.
And but yeah, he was like, I have to disappear because
Yeah.
I was found get like I can't be nah.
Yeah. I'm a
I got to get
fugitive.
out of here. And he says
Yeah.
like, I'm no hero. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But you're a symbol now. Like you're more than just a hero. But
Yeah.
I not me, not I. I'm going to uh fuck off to an island somewhere. So yeah, and then Christofi shows up, the first mate, and he's like, "Hey, I am here to help because yeah, that's what I'm here to do." And so we see Kirsten is at work, just stressed out, and the task force pulls up and just starts turning tables over and
That
shit.
was crazy.
And they were like, "Where is he? Where's Duquesne?" And she's like, "You can see everything.
Yeah.
Where am I hiding him? Is it behind that big glass wall? You think that's where? Like,
Underneath these
obviously,
papers.
yeah, obviously he's
Right.
not here." And then they at the end they just start, okay, we'll see ourselves out, and they start knocking shit
Knock,
over.
yeah, knock more stuff over.
I'm like, fucking stop it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So then we see Mr. Charles and Mr. Fisk meet up. And this is where we learn that number two, he's number two for a reason.
Yeah.
So Mr. Charles is basically trying to throw his weight around and say like, "Hey, you're fucking with my money.
Yeah.
Why? So come on, we need to get things moving." And Fisk is like, "Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?"
In fact, yeah. I don't like to be mocked.
Yeah. So, uh, two random goons show up, and they have guns, and so number two puts his hands up, and Mr. Charles makes the mistake of saying, "Uh, you don't need to do all that. Put your hands down. You'd fucked with the wrong one. Clearly, you don't know."
Yeah.
And then yeah, fa fa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he found like he's seen how he can fuck around, and then like the
Mhm.
find out was like right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He fuck around, found out.
Thanks.
He fucked around. He found out, and he tried. Like you could see that he tried to like keep his boss
Yeah.
shit on and
Hmm.
not act bothered.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fisk was like, "You need to be patient.
Yeah.
I am a man of my word. I will do what I said I was going to do. So give me time. Let me cook.
Yeah.
Next time you need me, you
Yeah.
don't fucking summon me.
Right. Exactly.
You can call my receptionist next time you need
Exactly.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you dare." Yeah,
That's you dead.
yeah. And so yeah, after Fisk leaves, Mr. Charles is like, "Shit,
Yeah.
it's not how that was supposed to go." So yeah. Then we see that Karen shows up at Kirsten's place, and Kirsten is still trying to clean up from her, raid.
Hmm.
And Karen is like, "I need your help." Because when Christofi shows up, she says, "We need to get like we need an attorney to take down your statement."
Yeah.
I happen to know one.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, she pulls up on her, and Kirsten is like, "I don't want to do this, but I'm going to. So, what do you need?"
Yeah.
And I'll do it. Did Kirsten does not know that Matt is Daredevil, right? Like
Don't
she's
think so.
No,
curious as to whether or not Daredevil killed
he
Matt.
is.
Like she was
Yes,
out of the loop. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she's like either Punisher or Daredevil killed him. It's like no, Matt's alive. He's just
Yeah.
he's in hiding, and so she's ready to help any way she can. And then for the fight, we see that Kingpin sends Vanessa to Albany. And she's like, wait, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, send me somewhere so that I'm not at this fight. And Fisk is like, I just this that's not what this is, but also you need to take care of that. But I don't
Makes sense.
want you there.
Right.
Now, we, like Fisk tells us, it's because I don't want you to be in danger, which is absolutely
Yeah.
true. But I
Hmm.
think it's more because he doesn't want her to see him turn into the violent,
Yeah.
like he doesn't want her to see him when he is violent.
Right.
And
She's
so she's seen
has
it
she not seen
before,
it? That's all. Like she's seen it before though,
but
but
he
he
still
just
doesn't.
doesn't. He just doesn't like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he doesn't want her to see him that way.
Right.
Okay.
And I feel like that's kind of a cross Kingpin because I mean, even in Spider-Verse, like whenever he was violent, and then she saw that, it that's what hurt him is that his wife
Yes.
saw him be that way, and son.
Right.
But yeah, so I think that he does what he can to avoid her seeing him get like that.
Yeah.
But she goes to see the governor, and the governor's basically like, "Why? I don't understand why you're with him because
Right. See,
you
making sense.
you can do this shit alone. Like you don't need him."
Right.
And she's basically like, "I just can't picture my life without him." So, and the governor says, "I don't fuck with him, but I fuck with you."
Yeah.
And so because I fuck with you, I fuck with y'all.
Yeah.
But that's like I yeah, I put my faith in you,
Hmm.
but and because of that, y'all have my blessing or whatever. But really,
Yeah.
you have my blessing. So Matt dresses up in his task force gear, and he shows up at the crime scene, and he's like, "Hey, cops, go away!" And they're like these fucking Gestapo, and he, smelling the crime scene, feeling the crime scene, listening to the crime scene, tasting the crime scene, all the stuff he can do, and then Matt goes to the church house
Yeah.
because he finds one of the coins. And, he's praying. And then the father comes in and he's like, "Hey, you need something?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a guy. You seen him?" He's like, "Yeah, there was a guy who came in here. He held a gun to my head. He was looking for a nun, and then he wanted absolution. So, yeah, we give those coins to everybody. But
Yeah.
I remember the guy you're talking about. He says he listens to the church bells and he watches over and like, oh,
That's crazy.
that's all I needed to hear." So he finds Bullseye. Bullseye's about to, relax, unwind, listen to a CD.
Hmm.
Very old school. Like he's got a CD
Very.
player.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's a
because
good,
they come in handy. That's why.
yeah. Yeah, CDs are dangerous when you're Bullseye.
Yeah.
So yeah, he throws that thing. Luckily, it doesn't hit Daredevil. They fight for a minute. And Bullseye's like, "I'm on your team. We're on the same
Well,
side."
that's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then uh the lady next door is like, "Oh my God." And
Tony.
yeah, holds a
Yeah.
gun to her head. And yeah, that was I felt so bad for that lady.
Yeah.
But yeah. He's able to escape. And then we see that Kirsten and Karen are taking Christophe's statement. They're recording it, and he's, explaining what the situation was. Like, I was the first mate on the Northern Star. It was carrying a bunch of weapons, yada yada. I did what Kingpin told me to do. And we knew it was Kingpin. Like,
Oh yeah.
because that's the main thing, is like tying it all back to him.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they record that, and at the beginning of the episode, or near the beginning of the episode, Karen needs to get an SD card to BB. And Angela's like, "Let me take care of it."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Absolutely not. You're a child." And she's like, "No, I got it. Just let me,
Yeah.
I know the streets. Let me take care of it." So she gets one of her homies who's running the food truck, and they have a rapport. They be talking shit, and she's like, "Hey, idiot, I need you to do a job. Don't fuck it up." So we see him do the job. We see that
Move.
BB and Daniel are, about to go into the fight,
Yeah.
and he does the, "Oh, BB, hey, I love
Yeah.
your
That was
show.
smooth.
Can I get a picture?" I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
That was
well
that was
done."
close. That was real close.
That
Yeah.
was.
And then Daniel was like, "Oh, I didn't know I was on a date with a celebrity." She was like, "This is not a date."
Yeah, this
Yeah.
ain't no
No. For a
dating.
sec, I thought he was on. Like for a sec, I
Thought
thought he
he
knew.
thought he peeped it.
Yeah, but then I was like, oh, okay, he didn't. But
Yeah. But yeah, because she was, when she had her hand in her pocket and he was looking at her, she was nervous.
yeah, that look he had in his face was very like, damn,
Yeah, like
might be
he
cooked.
he he thought he peeped it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we have the boxing event, and that's when we see that the number two is like, "Hey, I need to stay here with you because we don't know what's going to happen. Like, Bullseye
Hmm.
could show up." And he's like, "No, we have task force everywhere. We're going to be fine. Buck, I need you to go handle this right now.
Yeah.
I need you to take care of that for me."
No
It's like,
loose
But
ends.
boss,
Yeah.
no man, I don't want to leave you.
and I was like, "Sir, I don't want to leave your side. Go take care of it."
Yeah.
And I'm sure that the number two will blame himself for what happens to Vanessa, but we're gonna see what
100%.
happens.
That boy
Yeah.
gonna jump off a roof when he found out what happened to Vanessa.
So, the boxing match kind of starts, and immediately Fisk is beating the shit out of this man.
Yeah,
That
bro.
was who
And
took that fight, bro?
whenever they introduced the first guy, whenever they said he was like 230, I was like, "Oh, that's not enough.
No.
Like 230, not no, that's not
Yeah.
Bro,
enough."
he was a whole 100 pounds more than him. I'm like, bro, this
Yeah.
ain't the same weight class.
And then yeah,
Right.
when they said King, I wondered how much Kingpin was gonna weigh.
I was wondering the
Same.
same thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like his weight is probably more in the comic book.
Oh, I think so
Oh yeah.
too.
I think
I
it's
thought
in
he
Oh
the
was gonna
yeah.
be in the fours.
I thought he's in the fours.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he when they said 325, I was like, "Yep, this isn't gonna go well."
And one thing I want to mention too, because I mean we it wasn't a huge thing, but when they was first talking about the match in the earlier episodes, Kingpin mentioned like he's not gonna touch me.
Yeah,
And
he
so
did.
once he actually did get touched, we saw what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did not. He didn't want the stuff in his glove, like the mouthpiece and all that.
It was like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna eat it."
Oh, that's
For
what I thought
what?
too. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what when they were doing the boxing match, I'm like, in real life, let's say this did happen, but this would never happen. I was like, the mayor would actually have on all the headgear
Yep.
and more
Yeah.
protective stuff, but
100%.
Kingpin was like, nah, I'm about to show him I'm really from these streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was going against a boxer. Like the boxer
Right.
had a record, and they said
It's
to
like 30,
Kingpin,
it's
like,
like 32-0 or 32-2 or something like that.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it
Some
was a
very good
good
record.
record. And
Yeah.
yeah, and they said Kingpin, or they with no current boxing record,
Right.
Yeah.
the mayor,
Right.
and yeah, he beat his ass, which we knew
Boy,
would
he beat the
happen.
bro, he beat the brakes off him. Yeah.
I was worried he was gonna kill him,
I thought it
Oh
was
yeah.
too.
because I thought something was gonna happen that he was gonna kill him.
Same.
But yeah, like I
Like I
thought,
thought.
Vanessa would walk in, or like I thought something would happen, and he was going to accidentally kill him.
I thought it. I thought it would become MMA for a little bit there. Like it would lit. He starts fighting back against. I mean, Fisk and Fisk just go headbutt, knee, like elbow, like just started just wailing on to that. And they're like, whoa, 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 like, yeah,
Yeah. When he was on the
Uh,
ground, I thought that was gonna happen too. When he was like standing above him, I thought he was just gonna
yeah,
like curb stomp him or something.
yeah.
yeah, and honestly, I thought the
Leg
referee was
drop.
gonna catch one too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because I'm like, yeah, the referee, he ain't try to stop it or nothing. I'm like, damn,
He
But
like
played
that
rough.
was that round? No, that was round two. I'm like, yo, for round two,
yeah,
you got the brake speeds off you, boy.
Yeah,
yeah. So, um, then we see that Christoffy is taken by U.S. Marshals, and whenever he was taken, I was like, I know what's about to happen to him.
I think everybody knows. It's like just a
Yeah.
matter of
Same
time.
same thing that happened to old boy at the end when he got off a trial on last season.
Bro. Yes,
And yeah,
bro.
he ain't gonna make it.
See, this
Yeah.
is the type of stuff I don't understand. It's sort of like if I'm in Gotham and I have a key witness, I don't go, hey, we're gonna send you off with these officers. You're gonna be okay. No. If I'm that key witness, I'm like, I am not leaving Daredevil's sight
I'm not leaving
unless
Daredevil. I'm not getting no helicopters.
Yeah.
unless
Like I'm
it
staying in the hideout forever.
facts. Like I'm with you. Wherever you go, I go. Like plain and
Yep.
simple. I am not going
Like
with any agent.
I live here in this hideout now.
Yeah, it's Fisk
What we eat for
pays
dinner?
off
But
Bring it
but
to
everybody.
that's the
me.
thing. He was. I think that in this case, he was foreign. He didn't really know the situation.
Bro, the reason you're here is because Fisk manipulated the ports to where you don't have to do any of the things you just said you would have to do normally. I'm
Yeah,
not trusting nobody. Like that man
same.
could pay
Yeah,
off
like
anybody.
yeah, like those. And I'm sure that he thought, oh, the U.S. Marshals, they're federal. They go beyond this. Like I'm sure that logically it made
Yeah,
sense because he was figured these two men can protect all that. Fisk plays dirty,
yeah, yeah,
and so yeah, they get out of the car, pow pow, and then Buck is like, "Hey, Christophe,
yeah.
uh, I I'm gonna be the last thing you ever see. So
So,
take it all in, pow,
boss. Yeah.
yeah."
He said balls.
So for just before round two starts, they go to Kingpin and they're like, that Christophe thing handled
Yeah.
good,
Good.
good. So he beats his ass, and then
Hmm.
the event ends, and Vanessa walks in a
Yeah.
beautiful dress.
Yeah.
And Kingpin's like, "What the fuck are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here." And she's like, "Kiss me, you brute." And, you know, they have a little camera moment.
Brute.
And then Bullseye shows up.
Hmm.
Like he just hits one guy. And here's the thing. If I'm Bullseye and my goal is to kill either Kingpin or Vanessa, I'm not gonna hit an ICE agent first. If I'm Bullseye.
I see what you're saying.
If I'm Bullseye, I'm hitting who I came here first. Then,
Yeah.
because I'm not like I don't want like the chaos will happen whenever,
Yeah.
but yeah, like all these extra people, like they can get some later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I'm Bullseye and I know for a fact that I can hit my target, I want to hit my target first so that they don't it happens before they know it happens.
Yeah,
Like
I'm gonna
it's too late. Like I already did what I came to do.
throw a damn pair of scissors off a wall, hit a light, hit the ring, and I'm hitting bulls. I'm hitting Fisk.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever I came for is getting hit first.
Yeah.
But yeah, like whenever, he hits the random guy, he falls, people start screaming, running. And then yeah, that chaos is what I mean, it still worked out, but that chaos is why he didn't get the job done the way he wanted to.
Right. Right.
But um earlier in the episode, we see that Daniel is like, "Oh, I got merch." It's like, "Did you use the discount code? Like there was a discount?" Oh.
Oh,
So
he was loving the fight too.
oh yeah, he was having a
He
great time. And
was.
BB was
My
like,
boy.
"Dear God." Like, she was like, what oh no. Like
What did I sign up for?
she was not
Yeah.
okay, but he was like, "Yeah, I get it." Like he was there for it. She was
Yeah.
like, "This is barbaric."
Right. Yeah.
And so, but she also knows, like, in her mind, who Kingpin is, like, that made it
Yeah.
worse.
Hmm.
But in Daniel's mind, who Kingpin is, that made it better.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, the glass thing, Bullseye chunks that mug,
Yeah.
and Kingpin is able to, stop it. It shatters. And then, because Vanessa got that thing on her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she fought. She
Keep that
fought the
blicky.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was ready.
keep that blicky
She
on
was
her.
like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
because they were trying to like, no, Mrs. Fix. She was like, move. She pulls that thing out and tags Bullseye,
Yeah.
and I mean, he still got his throw off, and
Hmm.
Kingpin, stops it with the belt, and then Daredevil comes in there and gets Bullseye out of there
Yeah.
because Kingpin has the gun but like Kingpin's about to finish Bullseye
Yeah. You better
off
empty the clip. Yeah.
just in front of everybody, and
Yeah.
because he's a vigilante and all, like Kingpin, it would have been fine.
Yeah. It'd have been
Yeah.
justified. Yeah.
But Daredevil gets him out of there, and then he runs away, and then we see just a piece of glass just in Vanessa's head, in her temple.
Man.
Yeah, that's rough.
And I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ain't gonna be on season 3.
That's what it's looking like. I
Yeah.
mean, we'll see what happens because she might make it, but I was like, that's in her head. She lost some
Brain
lobe.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she ain't making that one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not
And
it's
King
not
and
gonna be
Kingpin
good.
about to go crazy.
Yes, he
Oh
is.
yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, I know, like, I don't think he'll blame himself, but he might blame himself because he's the one who shattered the thing.
Yeah.
But Bullseye's the one who threw it. So yeah.
If he catch Bullseye,
Oh,
he
he's
gonna
gonna do it
smash
with
it.
his
He
hands.
gonna smash his head. Yeah, he gonna smash his head.
He's gonna put his hands on him.
That Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like
I mean, we
like
we saw him
No.
do it one time already.
yeah,
Yes, for
like it's very personal.
right.
So yeah, because he already has problems with Bullseye.
Hmm.
But yeah, the fact that because that's off limits.
Yeah.
So yeah, like because it's personal, he is going to say, "I don't give a fuck. Tear this city apart.
Right. Right.
I will avenge Vanessa."
Yeah. It's gonna get nasty.
So like this was a really good halfway point because
Absolutely.
I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. I'm like, what comes next? You know, it's gonna be some dope surprises as far as like cameos and stuff. Yeah,
Because like
it's gonna be great.
I really wonder if she lives.
I don't think
Nah,
I
yeah,
think
I don't think she's making it.
I like Vanessa fine as hell. But I think it's smart to use her as a turning point for him to where he just stops trying to be the governor. Like we know he's crooked, but he's trying to at least govern.
Yeah.
Where I want to
Yeah,
see him fully use that power toward getting revenge.
You want to see full corruption?
Yeah, like full kingpin power. Like
You
no
don't want him
one
to be
feels.
gray anymore. You just
Yeah,
straight, just by any means necessary.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If he loses her, he's in the what is there? I have nothing else to lose
Right.
situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what's funny is in I think it was this episode, they lightweight talked about heirs. Lightweight. Like they
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
they
had a,
did.
I'm building all of this and do we
Oh,
have
she was
anybody to pass it
pregnant.
down to?
Yeah, isn't she pregnant?
I don't think so. No,
I
I mean we
don't
don't know
yeah,
so,
like that
but I
that
don't
had
think
that
so.
never came up, her being pregnant.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought she pointed to it. Okay, you're right. You're right. Right. Right.
But if she is,
Yeah,
that
you
only
know.
makes it
that's gonna be
Yeah,
worse.
worse. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be worse. We saw what
Mm-hmm.
Superman did when his pregnant wife
Facts.
got taken off the set.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Kingpin is already ready to,
Mm-hmm.
put some folks down. So if if he loses Vanessa and if she was pregnant,
Yeah.
oh,
Body
it's not
count's
gonna be
about to get
good.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah. I again, this was a perfect halfway point episode in my
it
opinion.
was. I'm excited for the
And I don't know,
fourth.
like, I don't know if they planned it, like, yeah, but oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know where we're going, and because again, she could live, she could die, and whether she lives or dies kind of determines the trajectory of the show.
Facts.
Yeah, she ain't making it.
Or it determines what Kingpin turns into,
Hmm.
because he's gonna be mad regardless.
Yeah.
But if he loses Vanessa, then he will look at it as, oh, I have nothing else to lose.
Yeah.
So he goes into a by any means necessary mode.
Yeah.
And he will burn this city to the ground behind Vanessa.
Easy. Easy. Yeah.
It makes me wonder, like, does he start putting his hands on the governor or Mr. Charles or, like, just stop giving a fuck about
He
anybody?
gonna he gonna smack the fire out of Dan when he when he find out that
Yeah. Yeah.
bro, he gonna smack the fire out that boy mouth.
It's not, there's no way it's good
Uh,
for Daniel.
That's a
Like,
behind the
yeah.
scenes slap. Like, yeah, bro, you just see Dan with a big red on his face next episode.
or you see Daniel with his jaw missing.
Yeah.
They just don't address it, bro.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he go
Yeah.
when he found out, bro. He done with.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
It's ooh. I
Yeah.
that's one of the things I'm ready to see, like the BB Daniel and Fisk interaction. Like I want to see
Yeah,
what happens there. I want to see if it's a situation where like the black lady, the chief of staff, ends up having to protect BB in some form because Kingpin doesn't give a fuck
Yeah.
and will put that baby down. And
Hmm.
yeah, I just wanna I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's exciting.
It
we'll
is.
find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Because as I'm sure you know, we will be this is the mid-season review, but we will be doing the rest of it. We're in a heavy review season. There are a lot of shows to review, and
Yeah,
so this isn't the only show you'll hear us talk about in the next few episodes. But know that you will hear us finish this one up because we're gonna
Absolutely.
have to see.
yep. And with that being said, we're never duplicated.
Always appreciate it.
And forever melanated.